Hello dear children, welcome back to the Acknowledge series by Amit Publishing House. I am Vandana and we are doing book 8. This is your English grammar book and the name of your book is English Grammar Plus Skills Unleashed Workbook. So children, today we are going to do chapter number 7 of your book and the name of the chapter is Tenses. So let's start with the chapter. So you have learned that the tense of a verb in a sentence denotes the time when the action is taking place. तो आपने पढ़ा होगा कि tense क्या करता है? It take tense जो होता है एक मतलब of a verb, किसी भी verb का जो tense होता है वो time के बारे में बताते हैं कि जो verb हो रहा है वो किस time पे हो रहा है. Now read the following sentences. He is singing a song. He sang a song in the school, and he will sing a song in assembly. So यहाँ पे 3 टाइप्स के सेंटेंसेस दिए गए हैं. ऑल 3 सेंटेंसेस रिफर टू द एक्ट ऑफ सिंगिंग. तो तीनों जो सेंटेंसेस में एक ही काम हो रहा है और वो है सिंग करने का, गाना गाने का, एट 3 डिफरेंट पॉइंट्स ऑफ टाइम. 3 अलग अलग पॉइंट्स पे ये बात हो रही है. सो हियर द फर्स्ट सेंटेंस इज sentence 1 refers to an action which takes place now at present. So ये ऐसे एक्शन की बात कर रहा है जो अभी हो रही है. Sentence 2 refers to an action which took place sometime ago in the past. जो sentence 2 है उसमें लिखा है he sang a song in school. उसने गाना गाया था. And here in the third sentence it refers to an action which will take place in future. So ये जो third sentence है बता रहा है कि काम होने वाला है. He will sing a song in the assembly. वो assembly में गाना गाएगा. So here we are talking about the 3 types of sentences कि कौन से part of time की यहाँ पे बात हो रही है. Hence we conclude the tense form of the verb shown where an action takes place or a state or a thing exists. So यहाँ पे हम conclude कर सकते हैं कि जो tense है वो क्या बताता है, वो बताता है कि एक्शन जो है कहाँ पे हो रहा है या फिर किस टाइम पे हो रहा है. Now there are 3 tenses. The first one is past tense, present tense and future tense. So past tense is divided into many parts and that is simple past, past progressive जिसे हम past continuous भी कहते हैं, past perfect tense, past perfect continuous जिसे हम past progressive भी कहते हैं. Now the present is divided into many parts. The first one is simple present, present progressive or continuous, present perfect or present perfect, continuous or progressive. The third one is simple future, future progressive or continuous, future perfect or future perfect, continuous or progressive tense. So the following chart will give a clear idea of the various tenses टेंस फॉर्म ऑफ द वर्ब. सो अब हम जब इस चार्ट को पढ़ेंगे तो हमें इजीली पता चल जाएगा कि व्हाट ऑल इज टू बी फॉलोड व्हेन वी लर्न अबाउट टेंसेस. सो हियर द फर्स्ट इज सिंपल. अब सिंपल को डिवाइड किया गया इन 3 पार्ट्स, पास्ट, प्रेजेंट एंड फ्यूचर. सो सिंपल पास्ट में एन एक्शन हैज एंडेड एट द पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. तो एक टाइम पे वो काम खत्म हो गया, जैसे कि कुक्ड इज अ एग्जांपल. इन द प्रेजेंट, इन द सिंपल प्रेजेंट, an action that exists is usual or is repeated. ये जो काम है प्रेजेंट में हो रहा है ये होता रहता है, यूजुअल वर्क है. So here the example is cook and cooks. Now in the future tense, a plan for future action. Future के लिए जो है कुछ planning हो रही है in the simple future tense. And the example is will cook. Now let's come to the next part. यहाँ पे एग्जाम्पल दिया गया है, कुक्ड को यूज किया गया है, कुक्स को यूज किया गया है या फिर विल को यूज किया गया है. नाउ द नेक्स्ट इज प्रोग्रेसिव, पास्ट प्रोग्रेसिव टेंस या फिर कॉन्टिन्यूअस टेंस. अब इसमें हम क्या करते हैं, बी वर्ब का जो बी फॉर्म यूज करते हैं उसके साथ मेन वर्ब यूज करते हैं एंड देन वी यूज द आईएनजी विथ द मेन वर्ब. सो एन एक्शन वाज इन प्रोग्रेस इन द पास्ट. सो एक काम था जो पास्ट में चल रहा था, अभी जाके खत्म हो रहा है. सो वॉज या फिर वर, उसके साथ कुक लगा के हमने कुक जो मेन वर्ब है उसमें आईएनजी लगा दिया है. एग्जांपल इज ही वाज कुकिंग व्हेन द फोन रैंग. एन एक्शन दैट इज हैपनिंग नाउ, अभी वो काम चल रहा है. सो एम इज आर इज यूज्ड विथ कुकिंग, सो ही इज कुकिंग नाउ. An action that will be happening in the future, एक action जो होने वाला है future में, will be in progress. So यहाँ पे हम will be use करते हैं cooking के साथ. So he will be cooking when you come. So यहाँ पे हमने दो tense के दो form पढ़ ली, simple and progressive. The next one is perfect tense. इसमें क्या करते हैं, हम have लगाते हैं, has लगाते हैं और main verb लगा देते हैं. An action that ends before action, another action in the past. So एक action है जो दूसरे action से पहले ही खत्म हुआ है, तो हम past perfect की बात कर रहे हैं. Now present perfect में क्या होता है, an action that happened at the unspecified time in the past and has its effect in the future, in the present. So एक ऐसा काम जो past में तो हुआ था लेकिन उसका effect अभी तक है present में. An action that will end before another action in the future. So एक ऐसा एक्शन जो खत्म हो जाएगा जब हम दूसरा एक्शन स्टार्ट करेंगे, उससे पहले वो एक्शन खत्म हो जाएगा. So this is future perfect tense. Now in the past tense we use had cooked. In the present tense we use has or have cooked, and in the future tense we use will have cooked. Now the example is given here. He had cooked the dinner when the phone rang. And he has cooked many meals. He will have cooked dinner by the time you come. Now let's read about present progressive tense. Perfect progressive tense के बारे में पढ़ेंगे. In the past perfect progressive tense. So past perfect progressive tense में क्या होता है? An action that has been happening over time in the past before another action. So ऐसा action जो past में हो रहा था जब तक कि दूसरा action start हुआ. तो अब यहाँ पे हमने had been cooking लिखा है, यहाँ पे तो had cooking था in the past perfect. अब जब हम past continuous में कर रहे हैं, past perfect continuous में कर रहे हैं, तो had been cooking लिखेंगे. Example is he had been cooking for a long time before he took lessons. Now in the present perfect continuous tense. अब इसमें क्या होगा, an action happening over time that started in the past and continues in the present. So एक ऐसा काम जो past में शुरू हुआ था और अभी तक वो काम चल रहा है. So यहाँ पे हम has या फिर have लिखते हैं been के साथ, and we add the main verb with ing. So he has been cooking for over an hour. So ये क्या था, present perfect continuous tense. Now the next is future perfect continuous tense. So in this, an action that will be in progress in the future before a given moment in the time. So एक ऐसा action जो future में चल रहा था before a given moment of time, एक दिए हुए future time के अंदर. So will have been cooking. So यहाँ पे will have been cooking use किया गया. Now the example is he will have been cooking all day by the time she gets home. So these are a few of the examples, children. Now let's read what is time clause. हर जगह आपने देख सकते हो time clue लिखा है. What is this? There are words that give some information about when the action occurs. So कुछ words होते हैं जो ये बताते हैं कि काम कब हो रहा है. So here yesterday simple past के बारे में बता रहा है, everyday simple present के बारे में बता रहा है, tomorrow simple future, while is past progressive and now is present progressive. There are many words that are time clues. बहुत सारे words हैं जो time clues में आते हैं. Some can be used in to indicate a number of tenses. For instance, that sometime something happened in the past or that it will happen in the future. So if you learn to recognize these time clues, you will find them very helpful. So अगर आप ये सीख गए कि टाइम क्लूज को कैसे आइडेंटिफाई करना है, तो आपके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा इजी हो जाएगा टू लर्न द टेंसेस. Now note that some time clues can be used within more than one verb tense, and also that this table is not a complete listing of all the time clues that can be used with all the tenses. So ये टेबल तो है बट ये it is not complete. इसके अलावा बहुत सारी चीजें हैं that you have to learn. Now the chart, time clues and verb tense. So let's learn about these simple, present, perfect and perfect progressive. So in the past tense हम simple past हम use करते हैं yesterday, last year, last month, 5 years, for 5 weeks, for 5 days, 1 year, 1 month ago. In the present we use every morning, every day, always, usually, frequently, sometime. So children, जो भी यहाँ पर टेबल में लिखा है, this you have to learn. अगर आपने इसे easily अच्छे से learn कर लिया, then you will be able to recognize the tenses correctly. Next in the future हम क्या लिखते हैं? Tomorrow, tonight, next week, next month, soon and in the future. अब जब हम progressive tense की बात करें, past progressive tense की बात करें तो while या फिर when use होता है. Present progressive में हम use करते हैं now, right now, this week, this minute. Future progressive when, after, as soon as. Past perfect में before, already, by the time, until then, last week, after. Present perfect में until now, since, ever, never, many times, many weeks, many years, for 3 hours, for 3 minutes. Future perfect में हम use करते हैं by the time you go, by the time you do, already. Now in the past perfect progressive tense we use before, for 1 week, for 1 hour, since. Present perfect progressive में हम use करते हैं for the past year, past month, for the last 2 months, last 3 weeks, up to now for 6 weeks, 6 hours and since. अब हमने future perfect progressive में क्या use किया? By the time, for 10 days or 10 weeks. The simple present tense. Now let's learn about simple present tense. अभी तो हमने charts पढ़ लिए कि क्या क्या चीजें हमें follow करनी. अब हम पढ़ेंगे in detail में पढ़ेंगे. So following are the forms of the verb. Study the different types of sentences in the simple present tense. So simple present tense में first is the affirmative. आपको पता है affirmative means positive sentence and negative means negative sentence. Here is interrogative and negative interrogative. So how to change these? तो पहला था I study, मैं पढ़ता हूँ, and जब हम negative में convert करें तो क्या हो जाएगा? I के साथ हमने do लगा दिया और do और study के बीच में not लगा दिया. I do not study. Now do I study? अब हमने question बना दिया interrogative में, क्योंकि हमने not हटाना है, do को हमने starting में ले जाना है subject के place पे, तो do I study and do I not study. Next is he studies, he does not study, does he study, does he not study, doesn't he study. You study, you do not study, do you study, do you not study, don't you study. So these are a few transformation of the sentences. Positive को negative में कैसे करना है, interrogative में कैसे करना है, या फिर negative interrogative में कैसे convert करना है. Now use the simple present tense. There are some rules given here. The simple present tense is used for permanent or general truth. So permanent या फिर general truths के लिए हम simple present tense use करते हैं. Means ऐसी चीज जो हम daily करते हैं, universal truth है, तो ऐसे के लिए हम simple present tense use करते हैं. The sun sets in the west. The moon revolves the earth once in 28 days. In every 20 days. Now the squares have 4 sides. The simple present is used to indicate a habitual action, event or condition. So किसी habit के बारे में भी simple present tense बताता है. My grandfather sends me gifts on my birthday. He goes out for a walk every morning and she always gets late. The simple present tense is used to describe an action taking place in the present. So simple present tense किस लिए यूज होता है? It is used to describe an action. एक action को describe करने के लिए जो present जो place ले रहा है present में. They move across the field. I wait patiently at the door and he writes as well as paints. So these are a few of the examples, children. Now the fourth point is the simple present can also be used to refer to a future action or an event which is already planned. So simple present जो है किसी ऐसे event के बारे में बताता है जो पहले से planned है. We generally use an adverbial phrase of time. So ऐसे में हम adverbial phrase of time use करते हैं. The door opens in 5 minutes. The president arrives on Tuesday and classes end next week. Now the fifth point is here, children, that it is used with verb of perception, see, smell, hear, etc. So in verbs के साथ भी simple present tense use होता है. I hear some noise. I see an aeroplane in the sky. The rose smells sweet. Now it is used in exclamatory sentence also. See how well she dances, and there goes the bell. So these are a few of the exclamatory sentence. इनके साथ भी हम simple present use करते हैं. Now children, here you have to fill in the blanks with the correct simple form of the given verbs in the box. So words दिए हुए box में उन्हें हमें use करना है. For example, the first is the moon dash around the earth. तो आप यहाँ पे कहोगे it revolves. Now the Godavari dash in the Bay of Bengal. The Godavari flows into the Bay of Bengal. तो हम यहाँ पे flow लिख के s लगा देंगे. Rest you have to do on your own. Now come to B exercise. Fill in the blanks with the correct form of the verbs given in the bracket. Bracket में verbs दिए गए हैं, उन्हें यूज करना है. लास्ट नाइट द नेबर्स डैश अबाउट द लाउड म्यूजिक. अब कंप्लेन लिखा है, पिछले रात की बात हो रही है जो बीत चुकी है, तो हम कर देंगे कंप्लेंट, ईडी लगा देंगे, कंप्लेंट. एवरी मॉर्निंग ही डैश हिज डॉग्स फॉर अ वॉक. अब हर रोज की बात हो रही है, रोज का हैबिचुअल एक्शन है ये, तो हम करेंगे ही के साथ टेक्स, TAKES, टेक्स. सो दीज आर द टू रेस्ट are your homework. Next is the present progressive tense. Following are forms of the verbs. Study in the different types of sentences in the present progressive tense. So present progressive tense में जो है दिए गए हैं कुछ forms of verbs. Let's see. So जब हम present continuous tense की बात करें या progressive tense की बात करें, तो I am studying लिखेंगे in affirmative. एंड नेगेटिव में चेंज करेंगे तो एम और स्टडिंग के बीच में नॉट लगा देंगे, तो बन जाएगा आई एम नॉट स्टडिंग. इंटरोगेटिव में हम करेंगे एम को लगा देंगे आई की जगह पे, आई को एम की जगह पे खिसका देंगे, बन जाएगा एम आई स्टडिंग. और नेगेटिव में हो जाएगा एम आई नॉट स्टडिंग. ही इज स्टडिंग, ही इज नॉट स्टडिंग. इज ही स्टडिंग, इज ही नॉट स्टडिंग. यू आर स्टडिंग, यू आर नॉट स्टडिंग. आर यू स्टडिंग, आर यू नॉट स्टडिंग. सो दीज आर a few of the examples, children. Now let's learn the use of present progressive tense या फिर continuous tense. The present continuous tense is used for an action that is in progress. तो ऐसा action जो चल रहा है अभी. Of time. He is reading a newspaper. She is watching television. They are playing cards. Now the second point is it is used to describe an action, event or condition that will continue for some time. She is learning English. Is he learning to drive these days? They are building a house. Now the third point is it is used to express an action that is planned to take place in the near future. The doors are opening in 5 minutes. The president is arriving tomorrow. Classes are ending next week. I am flying to London tomorrow. It is used with always to express irritation. She is always complaining about one thing or the other, and he is always doing that, and it annoys me. So children, we have read some points. Now let's do the exercise. Here you have to fill in the blanks with the present continuous form of the given verbs in the writing. So I am listening to some folk music. So am listening लिखेंगे हम यहाँ पे क्योंकि I के साथ हम am use करते हैं. The dog is happy. It dash is tail. So it के साथ हम लगाएंगे is. It is wagging its tail. अब WAGGING, wagging. This is the correct answer. Now like this you have to complete the rest of the exercise. Now the next type of tense that we are going to learn is present perfect tense. So the following are forms of verbs. Study in different types of sentences in present perfect tense. So the present perfect tense हम study को कैसे use करते हैं? Let's see. I have studied है affirmative. अब इसको negative करने में हम क्या करेंगे? Have और studied के बीच में not लगाएंगे. I have not studied. अब interrogative में have I studied और नेगेटिव में have I not studied या haven't I studied. He has studied, he has not studied, has he studied, has he not studied, or hasn't he studied. Have you studied, have you not studied, have you have studied, you have not studied, have you studied, have you not studied, or haven't you studied. So these are a few of examples. कैसे करना है in the positive, then negative, then interrogative and negative interrogative. Now the uses of present perfect tense are: the present perfect tense is used to express a recently completed action. एक तुरंत ही खत्म हुए एक्शन को डिस्क्राइब करने के लिए हम प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट टेंस यूज करते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई हैव जस्ट फिनिश्ड माई वर्क. द ट्रेन हैज जस्ट लेफ्ट. दे हैव जस्ट कम हियर. It is used to indicate a past action that is completed by whose time is not mentioned. Have you read The Tempest? He has been to London. She has left this house. अब थर्ड पॉइंट क्या कह रहा है? इट इज यूज्ड टू एक्सप्रेस एक्शन ऑफ इवेंट दैट वर कंप्लीटेड इन द पास्ट बट आर आल्सो रिलेटेड टू द प्रेजेंट. सो ऐसा कोई भी इवेंट जो पास्ट में हुआ था लेकिन अभी भी वो प्रेजेंट से रिलेट कर रहा है. He has lived in Ludhiana for 20 years. The house has been locked for months. She has been ill for the last 3 days. Now, the fourth point says it is used to express past actions whose effect is felt in the present. So, ऐसा action जिसका effect अभी तक present में है. So, the child has eaten all the biscuits, so there is none left. तो जो है बिस्किट खा गया लेकिन अभी उसकी जरूरत है बिस्किट की तो वो नहीं है, तो अभी तक उसका इफेक्ट है. He has always written with his left hand. He still does so. तो अभी तक वो ये काम करता है, इसलिए यहाँ पे कोई ऐसे एक्शन की बात हो रही है जो पास्ट में था बट अभी प्रेजेंट तक उसका यू कैन से इम्पैक्ट है. She dashed mother that she is going to the party. She has told mother that she is going to the party. Next, dash you dash our new sports teacher. So here we are going to ask the question. So have you met our new sports teacher? So children, the rest 3 questions are your homework. You have to do on your own. Now let's come to key exercise. Here, complete the match and match the series sentences in column B with column A. Use present perfect tense and already, just or yet wherever necessary. So already, just or yet भी हमें लगाना है and we have to match these. So children, this you have to do on your own. It's your homework. Now let's learn about the present perfect progressive tense. Present perfect progressive tense क्या होता है? The following are forms of the verb studied. स्टडी के बारे में ही हमें पढ़ना है. स्टडी वर्ड को यूज किया गया यहाँ पे इन द पास्ट, प्रेजेंट, प्रोग्रेसिव या फिर कॉन्टिन्यूअस टेंस. सो इन द अफर्मेटिव इट इज आई हैव बीन स्टडीइंग, आई हैव नॉट बीन स्टडीइंग, हैव आई बीन स्टडीइंग और हैव आई नॉट बीन स्टडीइंग. अब अफर्मेटिव में he has been studying, he has not been studying, he has been studying and he has not been studying. Next, you have been studying, you have not been studying. Have you been studying? Have you not been studying? So these are a few of the examples. Now let's learn the rules. So use of present perfect progressive tense or continuous tense is given here. The present perfect progressive tense is used to indicate that an action which began in the past is still going on. So कोई ऐसा एक्शन जो पास्ट में चल तो रहा था पर अभी तक वो काम चल रहा है. She has been reading the newspaper from half an hour. आधे घंटे से वो पढ़ रही है और अभी भी खत्म नहीं हुआ. They have been doing their work since morning. सुबह से वो अपना काम कर रहे हैं, अभी खत्म नहीं हुआ है. I have been watching TV और मैं अभी तक टीवी देख रहा हूँ, सुबह से देख रही हूँ या इस टाइम से देख रही हूँ या 2 घंटे पहले से देख रही हूँ, अभी तक खत्म नहीं. Now the second point says the present perfect progressive tense is used for an action which has been in progress for some time but has just finished or is still going on. सो कोई ऐसा एक्शन जो अभी खत्म हुआ है या फिर अभी भी वो चल रहा है. Why are her eyes red? She has been crying since. सुबह से वो रो रही है, अभी भी उसका खत्म नहीं हुआ है रोना. He has been working here for 2 years already. So यहाँ पे अब has been working for 2 years already का मतलब है वो अभी तक वहाँ पे काम कर रहा है. I have been living in Meerut for 3 years. मैं 3 साल से मेरठ में हूँ और अभी भी यहीं रह रही हूँ. So काम शुरू तो हुआ था लेकिन अभी भी खत्म नहीं हुआ. Next, it is used to express an action which has been finished already. So कोई ऐसा action जो खत्म हो चुका है पहले से. The gardener has been watering the plants. She has been cooking and I have been working all days. So ये जब gardener ने पानी दिया, he has done his job. अब उसका काम खत्म हो चुका है. She has been cooking. अब उसका काम खत्म हो गया. I have been working all day, so I am tired. तो इसलिए जो है अब पूरे दिन काम करके अब मैं थक गई हूँ, तो अब मैं वो काम नहीं कर. It can be used with time phrase such as all day, all week, all time, etc. She has been talking all the time. He had been studying all day. I have been going there all week. Now, here children, we have to rewrite the given sentences in the present perfect continuous tense. So, I brushed my teeth before going to bed. So, I have been brushing my teeth before going to bed. Now, the next one is he does not drive at night. So, he has not been driving at night. So, children, like this, complete the rest of the questions here. Now, fill in the blanks with the present perfect continuous form of the verbs given in the bracket. Anand was very tired because he jogged for an hour. So, he has been jogging for an hour. So, like this, complete the rest of the exercise. Now, let's learn about simple past tense. So, following are the forms of verbs. Write in different types of sentences in the simple past tense. So, अब write को use किया गया in the simple past tense. I wrote, I did not write, did I write or did I not write. So, जब हमने affirmative में लिखा तो हमने past tense use किया, लेकिन जब हम negative interrogative या negative interrogative में आए तो हमने base form use किया, उस verb का right word का base form use किया. So, I did not write, did I write and did I not write. He wrote, he did not write, did he write, did he not write. You wrote, you did not write, did you write or did you not write. Now the uses of simple past tense is given here. Let's read it. The simple past is used to express an action that is completed in the past. So ऐसा action जो past में complete हो गया. I bought this book yesterday. She met me this morning and she finished this work half an hour ago. Now the next point is it is used to express some habitual action in the past. So ऐसा कोई habitual action जो past में हुआ. For example, I used to swim when I was young. She always went to the temple in the morning and he exercised every day. It is used for an activity completed in the past. So ऐसी कोई activity जो past में complete हो चुकी है, तो इसके लिए हमें simple past tense use करना है. He lived here for 5 years. She worked in this office for 2 months. He never missed my lectures. Now the fourth one is, it is used for an action that is going on at the time when another action also took place. So ये ऐसे किसी action के बारे में बात कर रहा है जो है पहले ही खत्म हो चुका है. She was singing when I went there. I met him when he was going to the station. It is used in questions about past action. So ये questions के लिए भी use होता है. And when did you leave this job? How did you find him? And where did you stay in Shimla? Now the sixth one is, it is used in conditional sentences to indicate an improbable condition. So conditional sentence में भी use होता है जहाँ पे कोई improbable condition हो. For example, he came. If he came, I would meet him. I wish I knew driving a car. So here are some of the rules that we have to follow. These are the rules. Now let's do the exercise. Here we have to take the simple past form of the verb in each sentence. So her sentence में simple past form दिया गया है. Let's read. Let's do that. Last year we spent a wonderful time in Hawaii. So here we are going to write spent. This second one. Now please do not buy goods that read made in China. That read made in China. So made will come here. So like this, children, complete the rest of the exercise. Now the next topic that we are going to learn is the past progressive or the continuous tense. So following are the forms of the verbs write in different types of sentences. So affirmative में हमने लिखा I was writing. आज जब हम बात करते हैं नेगेटिव की, I was not writing. इंटरोगेटिव में was I writing, and नेगेटिव इंटरोगेटिव में हमने लिखा है was I not writing. He was writing, he was not writing. Was he writing? Here was he not writing. You were writing, you were not writing. Were you writing? Were you not writing? So these are a few changes that we have learned. Now let's learn the uses of past progressive tense. So the past progressive tense is used for an action that was in progress in the past. So ऐसा action जो past में चल रहा था, तो उसके लिए हम use करते हैं past progressive tense. So here the examples are: I was reading a novel, she was singing a song, he was watering the plants. Now the second point says it is used to express an action, event, state that was in progress at a certain point in the past. So ये ऐसे इवेंट या फिर एक्शन के बारे में बताता है जो प्रोग्रेस में था एक सर्टेन पॉइंट पे, किसी टाइम के एक पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट पे वो प्रोग्रेस हमें चल रहा था. At 8 AM he was taking his breakfast. तो अब ये पर्टिकुलर टाइम बता रहा है कि 8 बजे वो ब्रेकफास्ट ले रहा था. He was getting ready to go to office at 9 AM. So यहाँ पे एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम बताया गया कि 9 बजे वो ब्रेकफास्ट ले रहा था. वो रेडी हो रहा था. Now the third one is it is used for an action that was in progress in the past. So ऐसा action जो past में चल रहा था when another action also took place, और उसी बीच में एक दूसरा action भी start हो गया. He was sleeping when the thieves broke into his house. So वो सो रहा था और उसी समय चोर उसके घर में घुस गए. I was reading a newspaper when he called me. Now the next point is it is used when two actions in the past are in the progress at the same time. So ये बताता है ऐसे दो actions के बारे में जो past में थे और एक साथ चल रहे थे एक ही टाइम पे. My sister was watching TV while I was there talking to my friend. So sister TV देख रही थी, मैं अपने फ्रेंड से बात कर रही थी, तो दो काम एक साथ चल रहे थे. While I was doing my work, they were playing in the field. जब मैं जो अपना काम कर रही थी वो टीवी देख रही थी या वो फील्ड में खेल रहे थे, तो दोनों काम एक साथ चल रहे थे. इट इज ऑल्सो यूज विथ एडवर्ब्स सच एज ऑलवेज, कॉन्स्टेंटली एंड फॉरएवर. सो इन एडवर्ब्स के साथ भी ये पास्ट प्रोग्रेसिव टेंस यूज होता है. He was always asking for money, she was constantly blaming others, and I was forever advising them to work hard. Now here children we have to do the book exercise. And the exercises, here we have to rewrite the following sentences into past continuous tense or past progressive tense. I hope they come on time. So, I was hoping they come on time. As I climbed the slope, my wallet fell out of my pocket. So, as I was climbing the slope, my wallet fell off my pocket. So, like this, complete the rest of the exercise. The next topic that we are going to learn is the past perfect tense. So following are the forms of verbs of past perfect tense with write. So first is I had written. Next is I had not written. Had I written? Had I not written? He had written. He had not written. Had he written? Had he not written? You have written. You had written. You had not written. Had you written or had you not written? So these are a few of the forms of verbs. Now let's learn the uses of past perfect tense. The past perfect is used for action that were completed in the past. So ऐसे action को बताते हैं जो past में खत्म हुआ था. He has taken his breakfast when I called him. उसने अपना breakfast complete कर लिया जब मैंने उसे बुलाया. She had gone to bed when her husband came. Now, when the past time is mentioned, the past का एक time mention किया गया है. The action taking place before the given time takes past perfect tense. तो यहाँ पे जो action है किसी भी काम का वो past perfect tense में है. For example, at 5 p.m. they had closed their office. तो 5 बजे उन्होंने अपने ऑफिस को बंद कर दिया. At 8 p.m. he had already taken his dinner. So 8 बजे उसने अपना डिनर ले लिया. Now the third point is it is used for an action in the past which became the cause of another action in the past. So use होता है किसी भी action के लिए जो क्या हो रहा है जो पहले ही which became the cause of another action. वो किसी दूसरे action का cause बन चुका है. I had lost my book so I bought another. So पहले मेरी book खो चुकी है उसकी वजह से मैं दूसरी book लेके आया हूँ. He was sad because his son has failed. Now the fourth point is it is used to express a wish that has been fulfilled. So ऐसे wish जो fulfill हो चुकी है उसको भी express करने के लिए we use past perfect tense. So if I had worked hard, I would have passed, and if I had started early, I would have got the grade. Fifth point is it is used with adverbs such as before, till, since, etc. to describe the past action. I had already met him. He had not seen her till then, and she lived there, and she had lived there since 1980. Now, your children, you have to fill in the blanks with the past perfect tense as directed in the bracket. So, bracket में लिखा हुआ है, and you have to, according to this, you have to complete the exercise. So, within a few days, I dash all my money. So spend लिखना है हमें in the positive form में हमें लिखना है. Same year the farmer dash a huge loan. अब इसमें जो take को लिखना है in the positive form. अब she dash since sunrise. Eat word हमें fill करना है in the negative form. And in the fourth one gather को fill करना है in the interrogative form. इसका question बनाना है. I was tired as I dash for 2 nights. Sleep को use करना है in the negative form. So children, this you have to do on your own. It's your homework. Now let's learn about the past perfect progressive tense. So following are the forms of verbs right in the past progressive tense, past perfect progressive tense. So first is affirmative. I had been writing, I had not been writing, had I been writing, or had I not been writing. He had been writing, he had not been writing, had he been writing, had he not been writing. You had been writing, you had not been writing. Had you been writing, had you not been writing. So here are the few forms. Now let's learn the use of past perfect progressive tense. So children, the first point is the past perfect progressive is used to describe an action in the past which had been going on for some time before another action took place in the past. So ऐसे action के बारे में बताता है जो past में हो चुका है इससे पहले कि कोई दूसरा action start होता है. For example, she had been studying for 2 hours when I reached her house. So वो 2 घंटे से पढ़ रही थी जब मैं उसके घर पहुंचा. The children had been playing for an hour when the bell rang. So 1 घंटे से बच्चे पढ़ रहे थे खेल रहे थे जब बेल बजी. They had been preparing for the examination for 6 months. So यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो कि अब duration is given कि कितनी देर से वो काम हो रहा था. It is used to describe a repeated action in the past. So कोई ऐसा action जो बार बार repeat हो रहा है, so इसके लिए भी हम जो use करते हैं past perfect progressive tense. The company had been selling this product for many years and he had been coming here quite often. Now the third point is it is used for adverbs like since, for, etc. So ऐसे word adverbs के लिए भी हम use करते हैं this past perfect continuous tense. So he had been working here since 1982 and they had been living here for 3 years. Now here children, you have to rewrite the following sentences using the verb given in the bracket in the past perfect progressive tense. So past perfect progressive tense को use करना है and then you have to fill in the blanks. The teacher teach us for 6 months. So अब teach word को हमें यहाँ पे insert करना है and then we have to fill it. The farmer plows his field since morning. अब plow word को use करना है and then fill it. So children, as I have explained you, जो भी points मैंने आपको समझाए, according to that you have to complete this exercise. Now the next topic that we are going to learn is future time reference tense. So following are the forms of verb, right, in the different types of sentences. First is affirmative में I के साथ हम shall लगाते हैं. So I shall write, I shall not write, shall I write or shall I not write. He will write, he will not write. Will he write, will he not write. You will write, you will not write. Will you write or will you not write? So these are a few of the forms of future tense. Now let's learn about the uses of simple future tense. So there are 4 ways of expressing the future tense. So first is simple present, present progressive and be going to and modals. So first the simple present is saying I go to Bangalore on 7th June. In the present progressive tense it is saying I am मीटिंग हिम एट 10 AM. तो ये टाइम बता रहा है कि इस तारीख को काम होने वाला है. तो सिंपल प्रेजेंट भी यूज हो रहा है और एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम भी बताया जा रहा है. प्रेजेंट प्रोग्रेसिव भी यूज हो रहा है, उसके साथ एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम बताया है जो फ्यूचर में होने वाला है. ही इज गोइंग टू अटेंड द ओपनिंग सेरेमनी, ये भी फ्यूचर की बात बता रहा है. एंड मोडाल्स जैसे विल या फिर शैल यूज किया गया है. एंड इट आई शैल हेल्प यू इफ यू नीड. सो ये काम करो और अगर तुम्हें जरूरत होगी तो मैं तुम्हें फ्यूचर में हेल्प करूँगी. Now let's learn the first point. What the first point is saying? The simple present is used to describe intended or planned action in the future. So simple present क्या बताता है? किसी भी एक्शन के बारे में या जो फ्यूचर में होने वाला है. For example, her marriage take place on 10th June. The Chief Minister visits the city on 8th of this month. Now the second point says the simple future is expressed by using the present progressive when the planned action is in the near future. So simple future tense क्या है? ये express कर रहा है कि present progressive tense जो है के बारे में बता रहा है कि जो action है वो future में होने वाला है. He is coming to Bangalore tomorrow and he is meeting me tonight. Now the third point is saying we use be going to form to express an intended action that will happen in the future. So हम क्या करते हैं? फ्यूचर की किसी एक्शन के लिए हम going to use करते हैं जो आगे होने वाला है. So my father is going to buy a new car next month and they are going to build a house in this town. It is going to rain. बारिश होने वाली है. We use modal auxiliaries shall and will to describe future action which are not necessarily planned. So modals को use करते हैं जब किसी ऐसे एक्शन के लिए जो प्लान नहीं हुए हैं अभी. I shall meet him next week and he will come here in a day or two. Will is used with the first person to express willingness. So will कब use करते हैं? हम first person के साथ use करते हैं जब किसी भी चीज की विलिंगनेस बतानी होगी, इच्छा बतानी होती है. प्रॉमिस या फिर डिटर्मिनेशन बताना होता है. आई विल हेल्प यू एज मच एज आई कैन. अब यहाँ क्या बता रहा है? विलिंगनेस बता रहा है. आई विल गिव यू अ प्राइज इफ यू स्टैंड फर्स्ट. तो यहाँ पे प्रॉमिस की बात हो रही है. आई विल पनिश हिम वॉट एवर मे हैपन. सो यहाँ पे एक डिटर्मिनेशन की बात हो रही है. Shall is used with the second and the third person to express promise, threat, command, etc. तो shall को कब यूज किया जाता है? सेकंड या फिर थर्ड पर्सन के साथ यूज किया जाता है. क्या बताने के लिए? प्रॉमिस के लिए, थ्रेट के लिए या फिर कमांड के लिए. You shall get a reward. अब यहाँ पे प्रॉमिस की बात हो रही है. He shall not got unpunished. Threat. And they shall not enter the office without permission. Command is This is a form of command. Now here children, we have to rewrite the given sentences in simple future tense. Simple future tense में we have to rewrite the sentence. She called us. अब इसको called को पहले तो हम करेंगे simple present में she call हो जाएगा. अब हम लगा देंगे will, तो she will call us. We walked का बन जाएगा walk. We will walk to the bus stop. So children, like this complete the rest of the exercise. Now we are going to learn about the future progressive tense. The following are the forms of verbs. Write in the future progressive tense or the continuous tense. So I shall be writing. I shall not be writing. Shall I be writing? Shall I not be writing? He will be writing. He will not be writing. Will he be writing or will he not be writing? You will be writing. You will not be writing. Will he be writing? Will you be writing? And will you not be writing? Now here the uses of future progressive tense is given. Let's read it. The future progressive is used to describe action going in the future. तो future के किसी action के बारे में बताता है. The gardener will be watering the plants when he reaches there. I shall be taking lunch when it's 1:30 p.m. He will be writing to her next week. So in the second, let's come to the second point. It is used for an unexpected action which is to take place in the future. So किसी भी unexpected action के बारे में बताता है जो future में होने वाला है. It will be raining when you reach there. We shall be seeing the Taj during our visit to Agra. Now let's do the exercise, children. As this, here you have to change the following sentences into future continuous tense. At this time tomorrow I will be. So I will be, rewrite the sentences into future continuous tense. So children, here the first question is at this time tomorrow I will leave. So it will be converted into the future continuous tense. So the answer will be at this time tomorrow I will be leaving. The baby will walk soon. The baby will be walking soon. So like this children, complete the rest of the exercise. Now let's learn about future perfect tense. Future perfect tense क्या है? The following are the forms of verbs write in the different types of sentences. In the future perfect tense. So first in the affirmative it is I shall have written. I shall not have written. Shall I have written? Shall I not have written? He will have written. He will not have written. Will he have written or will he not have written? So here we use what we use? We use will के साथ हम have use करते हैं. You will have written. You will not have written. Will you have written? Will you not have written? Now do this exercise. Here you have to rewrite the sentence of the verb using the future perfect progressive tense. So हमें क्या use करना है? Will के साथ have use करना है. By this time the committee will have argued on this point for 2 hours. So children, complete the exercise as you have done as you have learned so many things. Now let's come to the future progressive perfect progressive tense. So future perfect progressive tense क्या है? The following are the forms of verbs of the future progressive tense. Perfect progressive tense. I shall have been writing. I shall not have been writing. Shall I have been writing or shall I have not been writing? He will have been writing. He will not have been writing. Will he have been writing? Will he not have been writing? You will have been writing. You will not have been writing. Will you have been writing? And will you have not been writing? Now let's learn the uses of future perfect progressive tense. The future perfect progressive is used to express an action which is in progress over a period of time. So ये ऐसे action को बताता है जो काफी time से चल रहा है and before its completion of at some point in the future of time. और future में तक वो चलता ही चला जा रहा है. So I will have been studying English for 3 years by the end of this month. So पहले से पढ़ रहा है English और पढ़ते पढ़ते इस महीने के लास्ट तक वो पढ़ेगा, 3 साल पहले से पढ़ रहा है और इस महीने के लास्ट तक वो पढ़ेगा. When he returns, the workers will have been completing their job for 2 months. तो जब वो वापस आएगा तो वर्कर जो है अपने जॉब को कंप्लीट कर लेंगे 2 महीने से ज़्यादा. Now here children, complete the exercise. Here you have to rewrite the given sentence in future perfect continuous tense. They have been talking for the last half an hour. So here children, complete this exercise as we have completed the future perfect progressive tense. On the basis of that, you have to complete this exercise. Now let's do more. Put the verb in the bracket. In the simple present, present progressive or present perfect tense as and rewrite the sentence. So यहाँ पे sentence दिए गए हैं, आपको decide करना है whether simple present use होगा, present progressive use होगा या फिर present perfect tense यहाँ पे use होगा. So I just finished my work. अब यहाँ पे finish लिखा हुआ है, तो आप देखो कि तीनों में से कौन सा tense यहाँ पे use होगा. So children, this is also your homework. You have to do on your own. Now the next point, the next question that we are going to do is put the verb in bracket in the simple present, past, and present perfect and the present perfect progressive tense. So ये तीनों tense आपको दोबारा से use करने, वहाँ पे हमने present use किया था, यहाँ पे हम past tense use कर रहे हैं and the same types of questions are given here. आपको verb को use करना है in the simple present या फिर past और the present perfect or the present perfect progressive tense में आपको इसको use करना है and you have to rewrite the sentences. Our question is put the verb in the bracket in the simple present, past progressive, past perfect or past perfect progressive tense and rewrite the sentences. So these exercises you have to do on your own children, and with this we have completed the chapter tenses. We have learned different kinds of tenses here and I hope that you have understood. And if you have any queries related to the chapter, you can ask me in the comments and I'll be waiting for you with a new video. Till then, stay tuned.